It's me, Jonno, and this is a quick video just to explain how your prescription document works, or how to interpret your prescription. So if you're watching this video, you're either about to or you have just received your personalized prescription from Real Meal Revolution's dietitians. And I just wanted to explain how the document set works so that you know how to interpret your own diet. Obviously, your coach will go through it with you. And we do have a weekly Zoom where you can ask any questions about it. But if you want to go it alone or you want to get cracking immediately, this video will help explain how it all works. So I've got two open and I'll explain why in a minute, but I'm just going to walk you through the one on the left. So first, our dietitian gives you an explanation, and basically the document works in three different parts. The first part is just her explaining what information she used of yours. So you would have filled in an e-consultation form, and what she'll point out is the stuff that you said in the e-consultation that was noteworthy for your specific prescription. And that's just here. So she'll say, okay, sleeping, emotional eater, perhaps, there's too much snacking or whatever, but she just makes a note. So this is more for like her reference. And then for your interest sake. Then on your meal tracking data that you submitted, you're going to get some more information analyzing what she thought of your meal tracking report. Sometimes there'll be additional notes when she runs out of space, but in this particular example, there was nothing. Then there's the anthropometric assessment. So this is how your body makeup dictates your different risk thresholds. So your weight classification, overweight, obese. Please take note that this is just maths. It's nothing personal. And these categories are what your insurer would categorize you as well. So disease risk related to central body fat, there'll be a risk rating there. And then disease risk related to obesity, you'll have a score there. And then a few other important biomarkers. And then she'll give you some feedback based on this anthropometric assessment. After that, you get your actual prescription. So we give it to you in three different formats. The one is in grams. So basically you are prescribed X calories per day, and those calories should be made up of 120 grams of protein, 50 grams of carbohydrates, and 77 grams of fat. If you're wondering where the rest of your grams of food are going to come from, most food is made up of water and fiber. So anything that isn't protein, carbs, or fats, obviously they're micro traces of nutrients, but the rest is going to be fiber and water. And then if you wanted to use your meal tracker or be led by your ratio, this would be your ratio as a percent of calories. So 53% of your calories will come from fat, 15% from carbs, and 30% from protein in this particular instance. So that's if you want to calorie count or use a meal tracker, which is absolutely fine. You can use MyFitnessPal, you can use Real Meal Revolution's meal tracker. Really, really no issue with us. It is easier for us to give you feedback if you use our meal tracker, but I know that other people prefer other trackers, so it's totally up to you, as long as you're comfortable sending screenshots to your coach if there is an issue. Then under here, the food group and number of serves. This is based on the dietetics methodology, where everything, all proteins and vegetables and dairies are broken down into serves. And this is why I want to bring up, this is why I wanted the second page here. So, for instance, in dietetics, basically, to prevent the need for a meal tracker, and you imagine like in the 80s, there wasn't such thing as a meal tracker. They pre-portioned almost every single ingredient that exists. So every single meat, they wanted to say, what is one portion of protein? What is one portion of dairy? What is one portion of fat, for instance, so that they could get people to formulate their own diets using that format. So we are using that format as well for you. And what we've done is allocated portion sizes according to this dietetics theory to everything on the green and orange list. So on the right, you'll see under fats, for instance, we've said any rendered animal fat, according to the dietetics model, one fat is 1 teaspoon of animal fat. 1 fat serving is 1 teaspoon of butter. 1 serving of nuts, for instance, is 1 tablespoon, and nuts also are 1 fat serve. So there you go. That's how the model works. And then how your prescription works is you are told you can have up to 11 serves of protein, 4 serves of veg. This is obviously a sample. Your prescription will be different. 11 serves of protein, 4 serves of veg, 1 serve of starchy veg, and 1 serve of dairy, 1 serve, 4 to 6 serves of healthy fats, 1 fertilizer, and then your supplement prescription. So if you look here, fertilizer, 1 fertilizer, and then you cross-reference that to here. Okay, I can have 1 of any of these portions. No, delete the comment. 1 of any of these. So I can have 1 cup of bone broth. I can have half a cup of coconut yogurt, or I can have 2 tablespoons of naturally fermented pickle, but I have to have 1 per day. Then 4 to 6 fats. So then I can have 4 to 6 of any of these portions or any of those portions. Then if it's vegetables, this is obviously green listed vegetables, and here it says fruit and vegetables, 1 serve equals 1 cup raw or half a cup cooked. So that means from any of these vegetables, I can have 4 times 1 raw cup, or 4 times 1 half cooked. So all that's 2 raw cups and 2 half cups of cooked. That's up to you. So you can then, you could map these out and just know like what you're going to do throughout the day, and check off as you go, or you can actually plan them in a meal plan, which is the next thing I wanted to show you. So if you look here, this is a meal plan sample where basically we've taken your serve guidelines and mapped them out into a meal planner. So here, for instance, there's that 1 starchy veg that was prescribed in that same prescription. And then I've broken down the fats into the different times of day. And the bone broth that was there, is the fertilizers there in the snack section. So is the fermented pickle. And you'll see there was a glass of water with half a teaspoon of salt prescribed as well. So it's all been spread out. And we'll give you this as well that you can modify as you see fit. And then just to give you an example of what this looks like in food terms, we've taken the same prescribed meal plan and made it into we'll give you some blank ones as well so you can play around, but then we've made it into a menu. So if you see here, like 1 apple skin on 12 almonds and 1 cup of double thick Greek yogurt, you'll see is 1 starchy veg serve, which is 1 apple, so starchy veg or fruit, 2 serves of fat, so 6 almonds is 1 fat, so 2 serves of fats, 12 almonds, and 1 serve of dairy. One of the serving options of dairy is 1 cup of yogurt. So then we've said 1 cup of double thick yogurt, and the trend continues. So this is just a sample menu or meal plan. It'll be quite similar. You just have to tweak a few things according to your prescription. And then obviously if you're following a meal plan on the online program, you can amend that meal plan to fit your personalized prescription whenever you see fit. So that's how the prescription works. Anything else you think we should add to this video, please let us know by emailing support or texting your coach. But we hope you like it. We've tried to make it as simple as humanly possible, and as personalized as humanly possible. So good luck, enjoy, and get cooking.